Loot running, Wynncraft's most popular endgame method for making money. So popular even that people have made a whole Discord community, various mods, and developed bots that enable players to track and record when people have gone on loot runs. All for the sake of finding mythics and other items that people use. This video won't be diving into the trade market and which items are the best for you to grab when loot running, as that would make the video too long. Instead, I'll cover the basics, like getting you prepared for your first loot run. Before you loot run, you need to make sure you have the proper loot running gear. There are two identifications that matter most: loot quality and loot bonus. Loot quality makes it so you find more items of higher rarity. This is an extremely helpful identification since it raises the chances of your items in the chest to be mythic tier. Loot bonus is similarly as important in tandem with loot quality, as a loot bonus will increase the amount of items in your chest for your loot quality to affect. There are three main classes that loot run, being Archer, Warrior, and Mage, with Archer and Warrior having the most profitable mythics. When assembling your gear, here's a general overview of what you want. Loot quality has a soft cap of 40%. For loot bonus, you want at least 80%. More is better. Enough sustain from ability spells, enough survivability and damage to not die in the mini boss rooms, and enough walk speed if the class likes it. For example, Archer likes to have walk speed, while Warrior and Mage need more movement spell sustain, since they'll get more out of that. Shaman and Assassin would want to have both walk speed and sustain. Buying loot running equipment can get pretty expensive, especially when it comes to optimizing your gear. Three expensive mythics used for loot running are Stratiformis, Idol, and Warp. Stratiformis and Warp also normally use Moon Tower mythic boots for their loot running build. These two weapons also like to use an insane crafted helmet like this one. These rich guys will also be using Discoverer as their loot bonus chest piece. Now this is just an example of the really expensive optimized loot running builds, but it doesn't need to be that crazy for the players just starting out. As mentioned earlier, 40% loot quality is the base of any loot running build. First, we will attempt to get that. There's a pair of pants that is 100% worth the investment. Here's the recipe. These pants and other loot quality items are commonly sold in the trade market, but make sure you don't accidentally buy a crafted pair with super low durability. You can find them pretty easily by going here. You go to search item, you go to level 91 to 200, crafted items only, and then you choose the equipment type that you want to buy for. So in this example, we're going to do pants, and then we'll find loot quality in here. Another easy way is to also choose a loot bonus, and then let's go find the loot quality. Over here on page 4 is where you'll find loot quality. Click search, and now you can see all the options. We're going to go down to least expensive. This is what I mean by super low durability. Don't choose one of these. The cheapest method would be buying the ingredients yourself and finding someone to craft you the item for you, but trade market options are available. This one's 14 LE and you get 18 loot quality, which is not bad. Right here, the first actual quality pair of loot quality pants is this, and it's 26 LE. So you're definitely way better off just buying the ingredients. Pants will generally be your best piece of equipment for loot quality, as boots are incredible as a utility piece and you'd prefer not to use boots for loot quality, but it should be okay if you have to. Your next source of loot quality will be your accessories. Here's a recipe. Same deal as the pants, these will also be much cheaper to just buy the ingredients yourself and then have someone craft it for you. These ones are much cheaper. You can definitely buy these off the trade market and get good enough ones. Between your pants and your accessories, you want 40% loot quality. This could be done with 20% on your pants and 10% on your rings, or you can also include the bracelet and necklace to get the remaining loot quality that you need for the build. For archers, you would want to keep the bracelet open for double vision in order to avoid fall damage. Quick tip before I get into the beginner builds: opening chests while holding a weapon with loot bonus will apply that bonus to the chest, but crafted weapons do not work. Wible weapons exist for every class and are usually the basic offhand loot bonus option, but there's others like the emerald staff that I use. Here's what a beginner archer loot run build would look like. Offhand, you could use Redbeard's cannon or the Wible fluff bow for loot bonus, and the boots can be a loot quality crafted pair if you need it. Here's what a beginner warrior loot run build would look like. Offhand, emerald chopper or Wible horn spear for loot bonus. Phage pins is very useful with the charge cost reduction and mana regen, but again, the boots can also be used for a loot quality crafted pair if you need it. And lastly, here's what a beginner mage loot run build would look like. Since King of Hearts does not do damage, you will need a weapon to offhand for combat. Nepta Floodbringer would be the easiest option for damage, but if you have SP tomes, you can offhand Judas. You just need 5 extra SP for defense and you put the rest into dexterity. Judas is a very good loot bonus wand. Alternatively, you have the emerald staff or the Wible Ivory Wand. A universal upgrade to any loot run build would be to use the mythic chestplate Discoverer. This chestplate is easily one of the best quality of life pieces of equipment in the game, as it enables you to make and and save a ton of money. Next would be your weapon upgrade. The mythic weapons that you can use for loot running tend to have very useful qualities, like mobility, spell cost reduction, and they'll also deal much more damage, making for easy mini boss fights. How much damage and HP you need for your loot running build depends on where you are loot running, and there are many places to loot run depending on what you want. From hardest to easiest, the most popular loot runs, as well as their average chest levels, plus the breadwinners, include Silent Expanse, Sky plus Void, Rotted Rock, Corcus, Canyon of the Lost, and other loot runs include the Realm of Light, Troms plus Durnal Jungle, Kandor Forest, Sinfrus, and Ragni. All the loot run files that I have will be in the description below within a Google Drive folder. In order to use these loot run files, you need to have wynntils installed. Kmaxi has a whole guide on installing wynntils and setting wynntils up on your computer. Go watch it if you're confused. Just take the loot run files that you download and put them in the wynntils loot runs folder, restart your game, and there they are. Just click on one of the paths, it will show you where to start, and you can begin your loot run. If you clicked on this video as a new wynncraft player who has only just started their first class, the fast-tracked way to making money would be to first level your class all the way to 105. Doing quests for your first playthrough will provide enough money for you to get started in the endgame. Honestly, there's no rush in the beginning to loot run immediately in lower level areas, as not being able to utilize loot quality makes it a waste of time. Just be patient and enjoy the game. You can come back once you're high enough level to take advantage of this video, and by then, I may have even more helpful videos. And for more information, go join the Loot Runners Guild Discord server. They'll be able to help you out with anything I didn't cover in the video. Hopefully this video helps out and was insightful enough to get you started. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below, and that's all.